Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to the video. Well, ever since I put together the one tool box filter build, I've been wondering how much more work would it be to have the lift stack go up the middle of the filter instead of on the back as I did in that build. And honestly, I can't imagine it being, that much more time consuming. As you can see here, egg crate is very easy to work with. It doesn't take much time to cut it or anything. It's not anywhere near as long as taking a piece of acrylic plate and drilling all those holes. But the one problem with the box filter build would be the lift stack. The lift stack has to go up the middle, right? So if you look at these squares, it can't go up just one. One would be nowhere near big enough to supply anywhere as many bubbles and, of course, airflow and water flow. So it would have to be the next size up being 4, which means the footprint for the box filter would go up by 1 inch to 1.5 inches on each of the dimensions, which make it quite a large footprint for a box filter. But as you can see here, for an under-gravel filter, it's not a big deal at all. And the other reason for going with an under-gravel filter is I want to test this out. So I'd rather just do it with one layer instead of the multiple layers as in a box filter. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together an under-gravel filter. And the plate is obviously going to be egg crate. And then I am going to put on a layer of nylon window screen just because it's difficult to get a gravel that's going to be thick enough to not just fall through all the holes. So that's the easiest way of preventing that. And then, of course, as you can see here, I'm going to cut out the centerpiece, and that is going to be where the lift stack's going to go. And of course, the actual frame that this fits in is very straightforward and easy to put together. And then, of course, again, the lift stack is also quite easy. So it is a very simple build. Now, the only thing that's, not really a hiccup for this, but I have no use at the moment for another undergravel filter in the fish room. I have lots of other stuff I'm working on, so I have other directions I want to go for some filtration. So after I build this, I am not going to hook it up for my own use. What I'm going to do is offer this up as a giveaway. I'm getting reasonably close to 16K, which is wonderful, by the way. And instead of waiting until that happens, I'm going to offer this. So at the end of the video, I'll fill you on more of the details. Basically, all it is just, if you're interested, leave a comment, let me know that you're interested. And of course, it is a giveaway, so there's no expense or anything. Speaking of which, the filters you see at the top, they're almost done now. So I will be posting that relatively soon for the filters to buy, the box filters. But that's not going to be for probably a couple more days before I post that. And of course, I will do a really short little video and give you guys it'll be a premiere. So you'll have lots of time to figure out if you want it or whatnot. And of course, there are only 4, so the first 4 will be the ones that'll get them. So you're wondering why I'm doing this. It is because this is going to be a giveaway. I always take a little bit of sandpaper and take off the the sharp edges and any kind of roughage. As you can see here, the one on the right with a little bit of sanding makes it a lot smoother, and no one's going to nick their fingers because sometimes the edges can get relatively sharp. It's not as sharp as glass, but because it's plastic, a lot of people just don't, including me, by the way, just don't respect it as much as you should, and you can cut your fingers on it. So I am going to sand this all out. Like I said, it's going to somebody, so I want it to look as nice as possible. So this part of the build is really, really straightforward, and so while I'm doing that, the only part about the giveaway that's not entirely free is I would like the postage to be paid for, because it's expensive, unfortunately. And so we're looking at probably postage to North America, probably somewhere around $25 or $30. So that would be the only expense. So like I said, leave a comment below if you're interested, and I will take all those names. I'll do a draw. This is going to be going up for Friday, so I think Sunday's a bit short, but I will definitely let you guys know relatively soon and pick somebody, and that'll be the winner. So because this is going up the middle, I can have two ways for the water to get in here. So if you look at the bottom here, you see that two of the lengths are considerably shorter, well, quarter inch, which is more than enough, by the way, because that's a fair amount of actual square inchage. There's enough space there for water to flow in. It's not going to be a bottleneck at all. So that's a simple matter of doing that, and this is, like I said, a very easy build. I estimate it's probably about 1/5 or 1/6 the amount of time it takes to put a box filter together with all the holes and everything else. I think maybe I spent an hour on this filter altogether. And the other nice thing about it is it will flat pack really nicely, because this lift stack will just lay on top inside the tray, and that's all there is to it. I mean, it's again, takes up less space. Then again, of course, you know, it is not as elaborate or probably as durable as the other filters, but like I said, I don't know. And that's the other thing you should keep in mind if you want to get this. It is an unproven, untested filter. It is obviously the same sort of design as the original one I put together. A square lift stack really shouldn't make much of a difference. But again, like I said, this is not something that has been put together before, so it'll be unique and, like I said, untested. And that's the other thing I would like, if someone does get this, definitely use it and let me know what you think of it, how it works, because again, I'm only putting one of these together, and I won't be running any of them myself, so I won't really have any feedback from it. So that would be much appreciated. There you go. This is the spacer for the bottom. The egg crate is quite rigid, but I wanted to put extra support on it. So these are going to go around the outside. The egg crate, of course, will sit down on top. And remember when I was putting the lift stack together there, I put 2 braces on that as well, and that will give it additional support. Also, those braces that go around the lift stack also give the lift stack itself a lot more rigidity, because it is kind of small footprint relative to its height. But the nice thing about doing it this way is, you can see here as I'm pushing this down, it is a nice snug fit, and I'm very happy about that. It worked out really well, and when you get this down into place, there you go. It is actually nice and solid. Once you put gravel in there on top of that, it is even going to be better. So I really like the way this turned out. So hopefully someone will be interested in this. Definitely, as I said, leave a comment below if you are. I'll do the draw in about a week and get that off to whoever wants it. Just remember, postage is not included. That's about the only thing. So there you go. Leave lots of comments, and even if you don't want the filter, let me know what you think of this design. It is very straightforward, easy, one-tool build, just like the box filter. Actually, even easier than the box filter. And anyway, just let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.